I'm really excited. I'm really fortunate to have a couple, test runs under our belt. Kind of see how the rhythm of the game goes, and kind of my role from game to game. And also I've never been to Toronto before, so I'm really excited to get up there and get the season started off on the right foot.
Speaking of test runs, you got a pretty good one last game with the game tying shot.
Mm-hmm.
What would it mean? I know it's a preseason, but what did it mean to get your number called in that moment?
I felt great. I mean, I knew I had a chance when Coach drew up the play, and it was designed really well, and just wanted to make sure I gave it enough. I was fading away, so Aaron made a great pass and it went in, and I'm really happy to give ourselves a chance down the stretch like that.
How would you describe your celebration after that?
To be honest, I don't even remember what I did. It just kind of happened. Didn't want to go too crazy because it was a preseason game, but really excited to put that one in.
And I know you described Anthony Gill and his work ethic, but he said that he was doing kind of an extra conditioning drill, and you came up and asked him to be involved. Just kind of why did you do that, and what else have you been trying to kind of go the extra mile? So
yeah, just I walked into the gym and I wanted to make sure. I just want to take notes about who's doing what, and I wanted to attach myself to the hardest worker in the room, and AG is at the top of that list. With a bunch of other guys out here. So, and just the way I play too. I'm a high energy guy. I run around a lot, cover a lot of ground during games, and I need to be in really good shape in order to be on the floor. So, I figured AG was the right man to talk to. And of course, in AG fashion, he's like, yeah, sure. He pulls up a bike and we start, pedaling together. And, I'm really thankful for him to kind of let me in on that with him.
And we just heard from Coach that Rui has cleared protocol and is going to be joining you guys very, very soon. Just someone who knows him pretty well. What was that?
No, I'm really excited, man. I miss that guy. I'm excited to have him back in the facility. Excited to play with him. Excited to be in the locker room with him. And the fact that he's ready to go and he's going to join us again soon is awesome. Can't wait to have him back, and he's only going to help on what we're doing going forward.
And last one from me. 2 games ago, you had the catch and go where you were able to finish at the rim through some contact. How would you kind of describe that part of your game? Is it something that you've been working on and trying to work in?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a work in progress over the last couple of years. But anybody who's watched college basketball last year knows that's part of my game. It's no secret, and that's the counter to my 3-point shot. And just being able to do that at the next level is probably the next step. I can do it just fine, but being able to put on the floor and make plays at this level is kind of the next step for me. And I'm glad that, I got to showcase that a little bit and keep defenses on their heels a little bit more.
Hey, Corey, I'm just wondering, what have your rookie duties consisted of so far?
Nothing crazy, nothing too bad yet. I mean, I've sung happy birthday a handful of times in front of everyone, picked up snacks, gotten towels, just little things here and there, ran errands for guys at the hotel. Nothing crazy. And, I'm here to serve. So, I'm ready to go, whatever happens next.
Did you have to sing twice for Isaiah and Anthony?
So yeah, AG is not a big birthday guy. He doesn't like the attention, so he didn't want his happy birthday sung to him today, which I got let off the hook. And then apparently there's a rule that rookies don't sing to rookies, so off the hook today.
All right, Corey, let's transition over to Zoom. Let's start with Ava.
Hey, Corey. One thing Wes has kind of stressed with us is that he has made sure he doesn't want to overwhelm anybody on the team with all the new schemes and terminology. He wants to be kind of make sure that you guys can master one thing before moving on to the next. As a rookie, how has that process been for you? Just kind of absorbing all of the information that's been thrown. Have you learned a lot about your game, or do you feel like, I feel like I have the room to take one thing at a time here?
Yeah, well, it's really nice because I fit in great to what Coach wants to do. He does move quick, and it's partly because we have a lot of things to do. It's put in a whole system, but it's asking questions. When you're sitting on the sideline, so when you get in the game, you don't mess things up. And then Summer League was a big help for me too. We kind of had a baseline framework of what he wanted to do during the season for us in Summer League, and so it was kind of hitting the ground running for me, and it was a little bit more of a refresher rather than a brand new thing.
And he also said something that he's been really diligent about asking you guys to push when he's not seeing either, enough effort or locking in or whatever that may be in practice. For you, obviously, without knowing, if he's like singling you out and being like, Corey, come on, man. What does that kind of mean for you? Do you take that as the team needs to be working harder, or just like people need to lock in a little bit more? Can you kind of shed some light on that?
Yeah, it's more of a mental thing. It's been a physical thing. We know we have 82 games ahead of us, and going harder during practice isn't necessarily going to make the difference between us winning a certain amount of games or another amount, but it's all about locking it up here. I think that's what he means the most. As soon as he starts to feel the energy slip or the focus slip, that's when he gets on us, rather than the clip that we're running things at.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Chris?
Hey, Corey, as a fan of your TikToks, could you please give me the thought process of your posting, and is it just something top of mind? How do you go about creating that kind of content?
Still a work in progress, and my aesthetic is still kind of narrowing down. I'm still trying to figure out my niche in TikTok, but it's basically just whenever I feel like I haven't posted in a while, I just kind of come up with an idea and throw something up, just enough to keep my presence on there. Yeah, man, that app is dangerous. Like a couple hours go by really fast on TikTok.
The one you posted about your betting and like your mom setting up your stuff, do you get any kind of responses on there? I think that was one where you were in your house and you were like showing all your stuff. Do fans comment on that, and what's some of their reactions to it?
To be honest, I haven't really looked. Like, I don't really scroll through the comments much once I post a video or post a picture or something. I'm hoping people like what my mom chose. She has a really good eye, and and I think it looks great. So people can say whatever they want, but I'm happy in my own home, and I think that's what matters the most.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Christos?
Hey, Corey, hope you're doing well. How many steps forward do you feel that you made in this training camp, and what is your main goal and your main expectation about your role in this season?
Yeah, I think I made some really big strides, especially from summer league to now. I feel much more confident. I feel much more settled. The game feels slower. And I know it's being asked of me, and during the season, my role could change from week to week or month to month, but it's for now, it's being ready whenever my name is called, and to come in and not skip a beat. I need to be locked in and ready to go on the bench at all times. And so when my name does get called, my number gets called, like it did a couple nights ago, I got to be ready to go at the drop of a hat. So it's a challenging job. It's a little bit different, but it's something that I'm getting better and better at every day.
Thank you.
All right, we'll do the last question to Takeshi.
Oh, hello, Corey. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, thank you for your time. My name is Takeshi Shibata, and I'm calling from Tokyo, Japan. So I know you are a very good friend of our own Rui Hachimura. So have you learned anything about our country, Japanese culture, or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I learned a little bit. I wouldn't say I know much, but I learned a little bit during my time at Gonzaga with Rui. I feel like that's when I learned about it the most. And obviously, with how much Japan follows our team because of him, I plan on learning a lot more. So I know it's a beautiful country and a beautiful people, and I can't wait